Welcome. This is the 6 yard box here. Welcome. This is the 6 yard box. Welcome. This is the commentary box. If you want to come in and join, you come in and join. This is all about the Premier League. This is the calling show. If you want to talk about any of the games played today, you could click on the link and come and talk about the games over this weekend, games played today as well. That's the countdown as we've got 34 minutes left on the clock. So, okie dokie. Let's get straight into the fixtures played over this weekend in the Premier League. We're just gonna give you some stats. We're gonna be talking about most of those fixtures. It's one of those whereby it's been a very let's say a very um been a very bad weekend for some of the teams in this league. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Going talking about the fixtures in this league. So in the Premier League, um, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. If you want to come and talk about any of the games played today, yes, you can come in and talk about it. Into let's get straight into the fixtures. And hold on a minute. We're gonna get that one straight. There's a timer there as well. Just gonna get my camera right. If you want to come and talk about the games today, there's a timer there in the Premier League. We're going to be looking at most of the fixtures. Some of the results for today. Um, let's look at some of the fixtures and the results in the Premier League over this weekend. Just been, this league has been crazy this year. We've had some crazy results. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel as well. This is the 6 yard box. Subscribe, like, share, all the all the good stuff. And it's getting to that kind of stage whereby most of the teams are really we're seeing some teams really struggling, especially some of the big teams. They're really struggling to get anything going in this Premier League. It's been a tough league, and most of the teams are really struggling to get anything going when how am I going to put it, when the chips are down. Some of these teams are really struggling, especially the big teams. So yeah, let's get into the results of this game day. Game day. Game day to when game day 22 in the Premier League. If you're looking at the fixtures as I am looking, game day 22, Newcastle, going into this game, Newcastle Bournemouth going into this game. It was all about Newcastle. The 1-9 on bounce coming into this one. It was supposed to be an easy, straightforward victory for Newcastle. But that's the Premier League for you. They struggled. They get really, and they're playing at home as well. And Bournemouth just basically tore them apart. To be honest, Bournemouth played a way whereby they're just a very good team. If you're playing Bournemouth, you're in for a game of your life. Trust me. They will rip you up. Exactly. You see, sounds scary the way I said it, but that's what happens. Bournemouth will rip you up. If you're playing Bournemouth, if you're playing Bournemouth, if any team, in this league, you're playing Bournemouth, you are in for a very tough game because that team, that team they will tear you apart, from limb to limb, really. That's how good they are. And they've done that this season, and they've done the same to Newcastle. They ripped Newcastle apart from limb to limb, and it's it's what they do. It's what they do, and yeah, it's been really really good from Bournemouth, scoring goals for fun. Uh, what's his name? Scored Justin Kluivert scored, grabbed himself an hat trick. The second one or the third one was a beautiful finish. Issa couldn't get into the game for Newcastle. It was just a lot of it was just a lot of pressure on what do you call it, on Newcastle. I watched that game. They pressed Newcastle from the off. Newcastle were trying to pass the ball from the back. I think they had about 2 turnovers in that game as well. They just destroyed Newcastle, scored their goals. The fourth goal was a beautiful finish from Kirkes. And yeah, it is what they do. It is what they do. They do this for fun. And yeah, Newcastle were torn apart by Bournemouth. And yeah, that one was a big result for Bournemouth. We travelled all the way down there and to really, really put one put one through, put one over Newcastle. That's a big result for Bournemouth, 4-1. And yeah, the next one was Palace versus West Ham, London Derby. West Ham have a new manager. And yeah, this one was tough, man. If you're a West Ham fan, you want to come in, you want to talk about what you think happened. You want to get stuff off your chest as well. This is a good place. I'm doctor, 6 yard box therapy session. And yeah, it's a new manager. The new manager is in. The new manager bounced. I think Potter won a game before this one, and I think Palace just played really good football. Patete scored from a pen. And then one of his finish was a beautiful finish. It was just too strong. It bullied the centre backs of Newcastle, of West Ham. West Ham are going to concede a lot of goals, that's for sure, in this league. They need to stop shipping goals, and that's what the problem was today. They just couldn't. Sorry, yesterday they just couldn't handle Mateta, and that's how they got the victory. That's how they got the 2-1 victory to Palace. And then we go on to Brentford versus Liverpool. I watched that one as well. Watched that one live. It was a tough game. It was a very tough game for Liverpool. They often puffed for 90 plus minutes. And they got their reward. They kept on bringing players, changing it. It was really competitive. Brentford was closing them down. It was really, really pressing high. The finishing was really impressive from what do you call it? Was very impressive from Newcastle. From Brentford. And that's what they do. That's what Brentford. That's what they do. They put you under a lot of pressure. They press you really high, win the ball back high as well, and yeah, it's one of those things that Brentford bring to the play, and for long periods of that game, although Liverpool were creating most of the chances, Boma had a big chance as well. It was still very very tough for Brentford to actually create anything for Brentford to get hold of the ball. As Liverpool put them under a lot of pressure. Liverpool, the way they play, they put you under a lot of pressure, get the turnovers, and then hit you on the counter. And that's how they did that really well. And it was very tough. It was very tough for Liverpool. And yeah, it's one of those whereby it's one of those whereby it was looking like a draw. It was looking like that game was going to be a draw. That was the best game for Liverpool to drop a point, and that game just showed how Liverpool are how Liverpool are in this game. Just showed what Liverpool is made of in terms of their willingness, the way they want to win this league, their determination. They kept probing, kept passing. They have a lot of ball carriers. I must say, Gravenberch is a very, very good player. There were times he was filling into defensive positions and playing as a centre back, just sweeping at corners and all that kind of stuff. And those are the kind of stuff that you see in a team of winners. And that test at Brentford was a big, big test for Liverpool. And they got 2 goals. Nunes came off the bench to score the 2 goals. The first one, was what was the first one? The first one was like in the box. It was a tapping in the box, 6-yard box. Crowded box. He just tapped in. It was the right place as a number 9. And the second one was actually what do you call it? The second one was actually a better finish. He took a shot, controlled the ball, and just smashed it into the back of the net. And that one was, you can tell that he had a lot of confidence when he did that. And that was a beautiful finish. So yeah, Liverpool deserved victory. They won that one, and they definitely deserve to win it. So they deserve to win it. In terms of Liverpool just getting over the line and winning that game against Brentford, which was a key game. They had to win that game, and they actually did. They got the victory that they wanted, and I think it's a big marker for them. Then we go into the Leicester. Fulham game. Leicester Fulham was how am I going to put it? Leicester Fulham was one-sided, to be honest. Fulham just busted the game, really. Leicester had no, I think it's safe to say that Leicester are going down in this one. They'll be going down, that's for sure. Fulham got their goal, 2 goals. Almost went roll with a diving header and put his head in a dangerous position. He nearly got kicked in the head, but he got his header in. And that's what I want to see from players. You put your head in and you're determined to win that ball, score that goal for your team. Second one was from Adama Traore. It was a big cross from the left from Lewis, and then the beautiful finish from Adama Traore. Leicester looked to me that they're gone. To be honest, I think Leicester definitely will be going down. Then we go on to the Arsenal Villa game. That's the 5:30 kickoff. I didn't really watch that one. To be honest, I saw the highlights. Arsenal 2 goals up, cruising. First goal, big good cross into the box. Martinelli on the far post with the tap in. The keeper could have saved it. I think his wrist let him down. And Martinez normally is very good when he makes saves, but he was falling backwards, so he couldn't keep it out. And then the second one was a cross into the rose from what's his name? Trossard on the left, put in a beautiful cross into the box, and Alva with a finish, and Arsenal were cruising. That's what I always say in the Premier League: nothing is won until the final whistle. You could be a goal up before you know it. You're chasing the game. So I think that's the mistake. I think that's the mistake. What do you call it? Made. That's the mistake Arsenal made, and they gave Villa a chance. Villa got back into it with a cross into the box and a beautiful header from what's the name of their midfielder? I can't remember his name now. Got himself on the score sheet with it from a close range, and it was a beautiful finish from Tielemans. That's on 68th minute, and then 8 minutes later, Watkins does what Watkins do, finishing beautifully as well, make it 2-2. And Arsenal from a winning position, they find themselves chasing the game in a 2-2 draw. And that's what happens in this league. I say this league is really tough. And then today, earlier on today, Sunday, 2 o'clock kick off, Tottenham playing against Everton. Everton has had no, I think they've not scored. God knows how long. And Tottenham come with presence as a Tottenham fan. I'm really, really disappointed about this game. I'm still going to go through the game in more depth when I do the match review. And this one was bad, to be honest. The manager changed the formation because when I saw the team list, I was saying, no, we are not going to play that way. They said it was going to go with 3 at the back. But for me, it was a shocking display from the players. Everybody was just bad. First goal, what's his name? Just danced into the box. Beautiful finish. Nobody touched him. Nobody even came close to him. And that finish was shocking, to be honest. From Dominic Calvert-Lewin dancing in the box. I think the manager made a mistake by changing the formation of the team. I think that really, really really caused a lot of problems for the team when he made that change. I think that's what caused all the problem for the team. I think he should have just left it the way it was. He made the change. Defensively, they couldn't cope. The second one was, I don't know who gave away the ball somewhere. The guy ran down the left, Dragusin never looked comfortable. As a defender, I'm not a defender, but for me, I think if you got to plant your foot properly, you can run back, but at some point you have to stand and then try and make the tackle. But if you're running back and trying to turn and run back at the same time, and you're just giving yourself a lot of trouble, at some point you got to stand your ground and then make a tackle, time it properly, because you don't want to get, even if you're going to time it and you get a foul away, make sure you do it outside the box. But you just let the guy run, and don't know why it was running back. I don't know. Dragusin, I don't think he's confident. He's been playing a lot of games, though. He's playing a lot of games, but I don't know. But, it was a good finish from Ndiaye, beating the goalkeeper on his near post. And then we go on again. And then, 7 minutes of extra time. Dragusin got injured. Did they sub him? No, he was not subbed. He got caught on the face. Some of the refereeing decision, though, was shocking, I must say. Son should have had a penalty. Then looking at that goal game as well, so Son should have had it. He had a chance in the first half when he was goalless. The ball came to him on the left in the box. Normally, confident Son would just eat it with his left foot, but he tried to check back on his right, and the defender blocked it. And then I think it was after 2. I think it was at 2 goals down, or maybe at 1-1. Immediately he missed a sitter, man. The ball came to him in the 6-yard box. Sonny normally buries that, and the goalkeeper just caught the ball. It was not enough in the finishing. And we go on, and then extra time of the first half, they scored from a corner to get deflection of Gray, winning 3 goals down against a team that's not scored all season. And I know people will say, you can talk about defenders missing and all that kind of stuff, but some of the defending there was just not right. Closing down from corners and cross it into the box. For me, if you know a team, they like to cross the ball a lot. You go you have to deal with it properly. You got to deal with the ball into the box by closing down the player quickly and stopping the cross from the source, or you deal with it when they put it into the box. And Tottenham today, for that first goal or one of the goals or the third one, they didn't actually deal with the cross, man. You got to stop the cross, especially if you know that your centre backs, they are not that good really. And I think Spence could have done better. Kulu could have done better as well. But they went in 3 goals down. Second half, we're chasing the game. In the Premier League, for you to win from 3 goals or get a draw from 3 goals up is very tough. And Tottenham struggle continues. For me, I'm still Anjing. I don't care. Even if Tottenham get relegated, I'm Anjing because I don't want another manager that's going to go through this kind of this kind of situation with this board, with the club. We're going to get deal into it. Let me just take the whole this session of the show to talk about Tottenham only. So we're going to be talking about Tottenham some other time. So yeah, that was 3-2, and then we move on to the next one. Manchester United Brighton. I didn't really watch that game, so I can't really comment much on it. But Brighton, I know Brighton scored first, and Bruno equalized from the pen, and Brighton scored through Mitoma, and I don't know who scored the other goal. Um, let's check. Let's check that one. Yeah, it's through Mitoma and Ruta. Ruta with the other goal. And yeah, I think Manchester United, yeah, I thought they turned the corner. Even in that game against Southampton, you can see that they would rode their luck. Southampton could blew them out of the water, and United are going to be up and down, up and down. You can see the stats of the game as well. Lineup, match stats. You can see possession, 3 shots on target. Manchester United with 1 shot of 50% possession as well. Yeah, you can see that Manchester United, they're not the side that everybody think they're going to be, and it's going to be like that to the end of the season. If you're new if you're new to the if you're new to this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the commentary box. If you want to come in on a calling show, if you want to, call in, you can click on the link in the description. Come and have your say if you want to have your say on what's going on. Let's just check on the time. We got 20 more minutes left of the show. This is the commentary box. This is like a therapy session. This is my therapy because I just going to be talking about my team, Tottenham. If you want to talk about your team, you can come in and come and share your feelings about the game. So yeah, let's go on to the next game. Next game is Forest versus Southampton. That one ended 3 goals to 2. Southampton was cruising. Goes from Chris Wood, Callum Austin-Odoi, and Anderson, and then Southampton pull goes back to Onuachu with after 91 minutes, and also Benderek after 60 minutes to make it 3-2, to make it an RV end for Forest. But Forest are still cruising. Match starts for that game. Let's see. Shots on target, 4-3 Forest. Shots in total, 10-9. Possession, 48-55, 45-55. Nothing much in the possession. You can see that, you can see, what do you call it? Yeah, you can see that Southampton are really making a game of it. They're a very good team, though. They have got a lot of good players in their team. So yeah, if they go down, touch wood. I don't like to say that about any team. So they do go down. Hopefully, players at that team. There are a couple of good players in that team. Diblin is the guy. I think everybody will be after, but it's going to cost a lot of money, even if anybody's going to sign him. So yeah, it is. I think Forest and I think Southampton and Leicester are going. Ipswich, they will fight till the end. I got a feeling. And then I think those are the 3 going, but I think Ipswich will fight to the end. Going on to Ipswich, I didn't watch the game. I saw the goal from, I think I saw Alan's goal. I think he got the second goal. No, actually, he got the 1, 2, 3, 4. He got the 4th goal, 57 minutes. Goes from Kovacic. Foden grabbed himself to 2. Doku got 1 as well. Alan got 1. Makatea got the 6th goal. I thought this was going to be difficult for Manchester City, to be honest, because Ipswich, they've not lost by this margin throughout the season. I think this is one of their heaviest defeat. And yeah, City just showed, that don't forget about us yet. We are still a ruthless side when we are in our groove. Shots on target, 4 for Ipswich, 9 for Manchester City. Possession, 67-33. City dominating as normal. And yeah, I think City, can they go on the run and start blowing teams away? We will be, I think we can't say that yet. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, want to come in and have a therapy session, there's a link in the comment section. You can click on it, come in and talk about your team and what you think about how your team is doing. And yeah, I'm a Tottenham fan, and I am talking about my team right now, and I'm not happy at all. So those are the fixtures for the weekend. The weekend fixtures. Uh, looking ahead, there's still one more game to be played. One more game to be played in this round of fixtures. Game day 22, Chelsea taking on the Wolves. That's tomorrow, 8 p.m. I think Chelsea will win that one. And then we've got next week Saturday, which is the 25th. Wolves taking on Arsenal. Brighton, Everton. Got Southampton, Newcastle. We got Everton. Sorry, we got Southampton, Newcastle. We got Bournemouth and Forest. That's gonna be a tough one. Forest could drop points there. Liverpool leave seat. That's 3 points for Liverpool at home. Manchester City, Chelsea. That's a big one. That one is on Saturday 5:30. That's gonna be a cracking game actually. Then Sunday, Tottenham, Leicester. As we've all been saying, Tottenham need to start winning. I got a feeling I'm gonna put it, if Andy don't win that game, they might sack him. He's got a game before that in midweek in the Europa League. I think if he loses that one as well, he could be sacked, man. To be honest, which would be a shame. But that's what Tottenham do. They bring managers in, don't support them properly, and then wait for them to fail, and then sack them. What else? We got Crystal Palace, Brentford as well. Palace and Brentford. Palace going steady now. I think they're picking up wins here and there. That's going to be a London derby. It's going to be a tough game. Villa taking on West Ham. Battle of the Clarets Blue. That one is at Villa Park, 4:30. And then we have 7 p.m. on Sunday as well. That one is okay. So this is week 23. Okay, that one is 7 p.m. on Sunday. Fulham against Manchester United. So that one is at 7 o'clock. So yeah, those are the fixtures for that February 26. February 26th. Okay, those are for this February 26th. So yeah, this is the commentary box. We got 18 more minutes left. Let's check on some other stats in the league. Let's look at the league table. Let's look at the league table in the Premier League. Look at the league standing. Let's look at the stats first about goals and goal scorers. Top of the tree in these goals is Mohamed Salah with goals. He's got 18 goals. Liverpool are going to miss this guy. When he leaves, he's going to be peak, man, because they need to give him a new what do you call it? They need to give him a new contract because he's going to be missed big. Erling Haaland as well. He's got 16, 2 behind Salah. Alexander Isak got 15. Cole Palmer, he's got 14. He's not even a striker. Chris Wood, he's got 13. Brian Mbuemo has got 13. Johan Wissa has got 11. But Watkins is on 10. Justin Kluivert is on 10 as well. And Matthias Cunha is on 10. Those are the top goal scorers in the league. Let's look at assist. The assist king, Mohamed Salah, has got 13 assists. Bukayo Saka, he's got 10. He's injured. He's going to be out for a while. Antoine Robinson, he's got 9 assists. Mikel Damsgaard, he's got 6. Amad Diallo, he's got 6. Bruno Guimaraes, Newcastle, he's got 6 as well. Heung-min Son, he's got 6 assists. Bruno Fernandes is on 6. Palmer 6. And Jacob Murphy of Newcastle is on 6 as well. Those are all the assist machines. Let's see who's been naughty, who's been very naughty on a yellow card. Is Sasa Lukic of Fulham. He's got 9 yellow cards. He's a good player, tidy player as well. Man. He's been really, he's one of those players that you don't really say much about in Fulham. They were just talking about him yesterday on BBC as well, doing his job in that midfield, breaking stuff, building stuff, breaking and destroying. I like players like that, you got those players that they break and destroy. And it's he's one of those. Who else? You have Boubakri Somare, Leicester midfielder. He's on 8 yellow cards. Joelinton is on 8. They're physical in that Newcastle midfield, very physical. Slowing down Southampton. I've seen him play as well. I like the look of him. Ryan Christie Beaumont 8. Will Hughes 7 yellow cards. Taylor Howard Bell, Southampton 7. Lisandro Martinez 7. You can see Sam Murray, Ipswich 7. Liam Delap, for a striker to have 7 yellow cards, he must press really high. Then let's see who is the bad boys. The bad boys, Jack Stevens, Southampton's got 2 reds already. Bruno Fernandes is on 2. Mohamed Kudus is on 1. Delashi Kamada is on 1. Tom Kaine is on 1 for Fulham. He got that one against Tottenham. I remember William Saliba is on 1 as well against Bournemouth. Christian Norgard has got 1 as well. Andy Robertson, Liverpool got 1. I remember that one against Brighton. Yeah. Fabian Schär, he got 1. I can't remember when he got that. Ashley Young. I can't remember Ashley's on. Ryan Fraser. I remember when he pulled the Leicester player back. Jeon Jada Duran Palacio. I can't remember his yellow card. Joachim Anderson, Fulham. Can't remember. Rico Lewis, Man City. Can't remember his yellow card. His red card, sorry. Harrison Thomas Clark, no clue. Jed Spence, red card. I think it was one he got against. Who did Jed Spence get a red card against? I think he got the red card against. Got his red card against. Can't remember. I think was it Wolves. Yeah, maybe it was Wolves at home. I think it was Wolves probably. I can't really remember. So those are all the bad boys. The red card. With the red card, the bad boys of the Premier League. We got 17 more minutes left on that show. This is the commentary box. Watch out for all about 90 minutes. The football show where we look at the games. Again, a little bit more bite-sized details. The football show, that one is coming up as well. So to take the last 17 minutes, let's just go and see what the news of this weekend's fixtures. Let's see what's the latest news. I think in the news story is all about Man City smashing 6. Mitoma becomes the highest scoring Japanese player. Spurs are 15. It's time to put points before principles in the Premier League. So read that. I think that one is from Owen Airgraves. Jermaine Defoe and Owen Agnew say Spurs need to adapt because of having too many injuries. According to the pundits, they both were talking about Tottenham, and particularly has to make tactical changes. Jermaine Defoe and Owen Agnew say Spurs need to adapt because of having so many injuries. What I've got to say to that is like, okay, you can adapt. How are you going to adapt? You say, okay, adapt in what way? Like play defensively, and do you think even if we play defensively, we're not going to get injuries? I don't know. I don't know. Is it going to stop injuries? Some of these injuries, they are contact injuries as well. I mean, Solanke's injury, he twisted his knee in training. What are we gonna say? What are you gonna say about if you're getting injured in training? What can you say? So I don't know. Changing his tactics, I don't know what difference is that gonna make? It's for me, it's tough. It's tough for the manager. You're trying to make stuff work, but as soon as you fix something, it's like you have a leaking bowl. Have a leaking bowl of water, and then you patch one bit up, and the next thing another bit is leaking. You're juggling so many balls at once, pardon the pond. But for me, I think the only way, there's two ways. The board can help out by signing a couple players, maybe two, a defender, a winger, or something, just to give him some padding, give him some players to work with. Second thing is the players will come back from injuries, but it's one of those whereby what can you really do as a manager when you're going through all that kind of issues and trying to juggle so many things at once. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And also in the news, what's his name? He's saying that we're tired. The manager of Newcastle said they looked tired in that game against Brighton. They did look tired. They were pressed all over the place, and they really, really struggled. And it was just superb to watch Bournemouth the way they played. It was must have been really, really tough for Newcastle out there. They've got the fans behind them as well, which is tough. Which is tough. And Newcastle, you don't go down to Newcastle and do that to Newcastle so many times. Also, yeah, Adzula has been talking. He's talking about the Brighton manager, saying talking about when he first went there with Bayern or his beloved team Bayern. He's been talking about the victory against Brighton, against Manchester United today. They beat Manchester United by 3-1, and they look really, really. I got a feeling. I think I got that result right, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that was a big victory for Brighton. I think United will struggle. We saw against Southampton how Southampton had so many chances. If you play a high pressing game and you pass the ball crisply around, between the lines, good passing lanes and all that kind of stuff, you open this Manchester United team up, and I think it's all about personnel and it's all about the manager having a summer where he can start work. Because for me, it's starting afresh in the summer in terms of his pre-season and the way the players want. You see a difference in Manchester United next season. That's all I'm saying. You see a difference next season with a couple more signings, maybe 2-3 signings. You see a difference in what the manager is trying to do. At least you want to see that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be tough for Manchester United, and he's been talking as well. The Manchester United manager. So you can see he's been talking. The manager, the what do you call? He's been talking, and he's been saying basically he's been listening to what he was saying there. He was saying that that's for a team of Manchester United, they've been really bad. Everybody's underperforming. They can't continue losing games. That is not going to change as well. That's what he's been saying. Amorim, and yeah, he's going to stick to his principle. But if they keep losing games and they get towards that trap door, something is going to give. And it's so tough for managers, Ange as well, Amorim as well. The good thing, I think Ange is a little bit better than Amorim because Ange's got players coming back. Manchester United, how many players have they got out? I can't really, maybe one or two probably. But for Tottenham, it's different. But big as a club, any club, you can't continue losing games. You keep losing games, and when it gets to a point whereby you're thinking, the good thing for both sides is that they're worst sides in the league. You've got Southampton and Leicester. Those two are definitely worse. Ipswich too, they lost today, so maybe you can put them there. I think they will fight to drag somebody down with them as well. Wolves as well. So yeah, I think Manchester United they're in that situation whereby they got to start picking up points as well. It's going to be tough. They have to start picking up points. What other stories is in there? We're talking about that. Moyes, yeah, Moyes after that Tottenham victory, winning by 3 goals to 2. Moyes has been talking, saying the fans were chanting. Moyes on fan chants, my hair is grey now, not red. Fans were they're chanting his name that his hair is grey now, not red. That means he's been away from the club for a long time, but he's back now. And yeah, he's basically got them their second victory against Tottenham, scoring 3 in the first 45 minutes with Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting a goal after not scoring for about 10, 20 games or something like that. And Dyer with a goal as well. And go for Machi Gray. And, that just sums Tottenham up nicely, shedding goals. So those are the results. Those are the news. Those are the headline after week game day 22. Um, this is all about 90 minutes. Sorry, this is commentary box. We've got 14 more minutes of the show to do. If you want to come in and talk about anything on your mind, you can talk about it. Let's look at some of these results again. Some of the headlines. Sri Lanka out injured for a few weeks. That one was from Ange. We are in extreme situation and signing aren't close. That's what Ange said a couple of minutes. Tottenham are in deep pants. That's all I can say. That's the only way I can put it. Let's look at the Forest. Let's look at the Forest news. Let's look at the Forest news and see what the Forest what the news are. Nuno's side 6 points behind leaders Arsenal, Liverpool in a 3-2 victory. Uh, there's some of the pictures there. You can see the points. Uh, yeah, so yeah, he's doing a good job. I remember when he was at Tottenham, Tottenham fans they wanted him gone, and that's what happens. For me, it's all about just giving manager time. Um, the plan is to do something on Tottenham, or maybe sometime this week. I think we're going to do it in a podcast about Tottenham, where uh, we're going to do something. Going to give it a title. Don't know what the title will be yet, but going to be looking at Tottenham in terms of how you run the club is being run and how the effect of that on all the different managers and on the current manager as well. So that's something that we're looking at in the podcast and our podcast, the Footy Mad podcast. That's going to be coming up very, very shortly. We don't have a day. We should have a date, but it's gonna be this week. We normally do it during the international breaks. That's why we do the podcast. We want to be doing it every two weeks now, so that's gonna be coming back. So there should be one dropping sometime by the end of this week or midweek this week. The podcast will be dropping. Um, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens on that front. So yeah, Forest climbing up to the table and they are moving in a nice way. Um, let's look at some of the stories. Let's look at some of the. Uh, I was going to say let's look at some of the highlights of the goals. Yeah, let's look at the Brighton game. You can see the Brighton fans as they go to their supporters and they're waving to the supporters. It's a very good, very good performance by by Brighton. Let's listen to what Pep has to say. Mm, Pep is just talking about the game. I'm just listening. Uh, I will comment after I listen to what he's saying. Yeah, so yeah, he's just talking about the injuries as well, saying, this is the first time after this game that this is the first time it's felt like they've actually, come back to their best. And the players and some of these players like Kevin De Bruyne, this is the first time that he's feeling like he's back to his best. I know he's on the Ipswich. I think we'll know by their next game. They play Chelsea next, I think, in the league. So yeah, you can't write City. I think they're 12 points from the top. I don't think they'll win the league, but they're gonna make a go of it. That's for sure. So that's from Pep Guardiola. We've got 11 minutes before the end of the show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the commentary box. If you want to come in and comment on the game so far. So yeah, what we're gonna do next is just try and go and read random. Let's go and read comments from the Premier League today. Let's just go. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go to Twitter and go and read. Go and read comments on Twitter. See what people are saying on Twitter. I can't remember the last time I logged into my Twitter, but it's gonna be interesting to see. I can't remember. Can't remember my username and password on Twitter, but let's try. Let's. I remember my password. Username. Nah, it's not letting me log in. Username. Nah, it's about. Yeah, I can't log in. I don't know where my login details are for my Twitter account. I need to find. I need to log back into my Twitter account. Report a problem. Let me see. Account access. I forgot my password. Yeah, I forgot my password. Accept. Yeah, how did you sign up to this account? Click out to reset your password. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, your adbook.gmail. That's my account. Enter the password. I said I forgot my. I don't have access. Username. Six hours. What's this thing talking about? I don't have access to my account. I can't log into my Twitter. I need to find out to sort my Twitter out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share. Yeah, it's almost time for the end of the show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the commentary box. According to the timer, we've got about 10 more minutes. Let's share that screen. We've got about 10 more minutes to the end of the show. If you want to come in and share your knowledge with us, let us know. How do I log into my account? I need to log into my Twitter account. This one, let's close that one. Let's close that one. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, 7. I need to find out to log back into my account. I can't log into my Twitter, into my. Find out to log into my account. It's groove tonight. This thing is crazy, man. What are you talking about? We got 8 more minutes. I'm just trying to set up my. Trying to Trying to set up my account. They're just trying to set up my account. Get on Twitter. I don't know where my account is on Twitter. And yeah, it's yeah. Good. As we got 7 more minutes to the end. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to set up my new account for Twitter. That's what I'm trying to do. Meanwhile, let's go and check on any latest news and views and anything in the news. As Postecoglou under serious pressure as strange Spurs decision backfires in Everton nightmare. That's the headline. The manager is going to be under a lot of pressure, and that's just what it is. And also check out my new channel, The Ugly Truth. That's one. We're going to be talking about the Trump inauguration as well. That's what we'll be looking at tomorrow. And we are also, we are going to be that channel is going to be fully functional. We've not been talking about that channel. We are going to be looking at a lot of stuff on that channel. Everything else but football, that's what we'll be doing on that channel. And yeah, it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fun, it's going to be vavavoosh. So if you like entertainment, if you like comedy and all that kind of stuff, check out my channel, The Ugly Truth. That one will be and also in the news, PSG Madrid wanting Pep facing Alvarez repeat with Man City superstar. Those are some of the reviews. Dele and the career line fly after ex-Tottenham star signed for Serie A side Como. That's in the news. Also, Mo Salah is on his way out. I think that's been the rumors, that's been the feeling, the temperature is that Mohamed Salah is looking increasingly likely to exit Liverpool following his behavior during the recent victory over Brentford, according to a former Premier League striker. Salah has been brilliant for Liverpool since long ago. However, it was Darwin Núñez who stole the show at Brentford. The Ugandan striker bagged an injury time. Watford striker Troy Deeney is seriously concerned that Salah's actions subjective. Notable, Salah is the first one off the pitch. Disney said on Talk Sport. Something is up with that fella today. Whether it's something with Saudi, whether there is a move, but he's not been at the races today. Yeah, I know people are going to say that about Salah, but I think he played well yesterday. Everything he does now is going to be criticized. And I think Salah is going to be a big miss. I think as a player you feel that way. As a player, you're giving everything to this club. I'm still delivering for you, and I want something, and you're not giving it to me. So it's a sense of, did you really rate me? Do you think I'm worth the money that you're going to pay me? I think every fan, every what do you call it? Every human being, you feel feels wanted. You want to be liked. You want to be appreciated, and maybe he feels he's not being appreciated. Mohamed Salah, so can decide to pack his bag and go. To be honest, and he's got every right to do that as well. So excuse me, I'm not going to be blaming him for that. And yeah, he's still up in the air. I think Trent is going as well. Both of them, they're going to be big misses for Liverpool. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. In the other news, yeah, so the Everton victory. Everyone is talking about, so it's all about injuries, calamitous. Manchester United must face shocking reality. This might be their worst ever team. Yeah, so those are story about Manchester United. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it. This is the commentary box. We got 2 more minutes left on the show. Let's just quickly let's go and react to a couple of YouTubers. YouTube video. Some of my favorite YouTube videos. People. Let's just go and see what they are talking about. So let's go straight into about Manchester United. Let's go to one of my favorite. I normally watch Saeed TV. Let's see what he's saying about his team, Manchester United. He's ranting again. Let's just hear what he's got to say. Um, so yes, Saeed is talking. He's talking about. It's what our fans talk about, Fans they talk about, sell everybody, sell everybody. Fans is like, yeah, it's not PlayStation. We got 55 minutes left on the show. If you're new to the channel, you're late. Thank you for watching anyway. This is the commentary box every match day, every Sunday after the fixtures. 7 o'clock every Sunday. That's the plan. Sometimes 8 o'clock, depending on our schedule. But this one is almost done. We got 36 seconds to wrap up the headlines on this week game day 22. Manchester United losing again, Tottenham losing again, City winning, a big win for City against Ipswich, Arsenal dropping points against Villa, Liverpool going to the bee's nest and just they went and stoked the bee's nest, and who's ever. I think Palace is going to the bees next, and they're gonna in for a game of their lives, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens next week. That is the end of the show. You can see the alarm going off, and that is the end of the show. Thank you for watching. This is the commentary box. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. God bless. Adios, amigos. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well.